Hi. Before starting any freelancing contract, there are two things which you should definitely make sure to discuss with your clients. Number one would be the scope of work. In this case, you would generally be discussing with the client as to what the work entails, as to what they require, along with the whether the client is also clear about what you can actually provide to them, because unless both you and the client are clear in this case, you would not be able to deliver it properly, and the client would also be hesitant whether to hire you or not. Now, for my case, I generally ask clients as a data analyst is as to what they expect their dashboards to solve for them, what kind of matrices or KPIs are important for them, so that I can make the dashboard appropriately to track their key matrices. Now, moving over, after this part is discussed, the scope of work, you can also, something which also comes under the scope of work would be the deadline for the project. Because if the deadline is something which you have not taken into account properly, and for example, if you are meeting short of the deadline which you had actually promised for the client to give them beforehand, it would actually lower your image in front of the client usually. So it's best to always mention that if due to any errors, if you are working in a technical field, especially such as coding or something else, which is prone to errors, then you can definitely say something like, if there are any errors in the code or certain technical issues, you would definitely require some more time for completing the project correctly. And in most cases, clients would generally say yes to this because they want their work to be done correctly instead of just getting it really fast. Now, the last thing after discussing everything such as the scope of work and deadline is the payments. Now, in case of payments, we have I've made a video prior as to what kind of payment methods which you can achieve. I'll be linking that in the description down below. But generally, you can discuss as to what the client would be comfortable with going, as well as something which matches for you, whether it's fixed, hourly, or milestone based. So once all these things are discussed with the clients and you have a mutual agreement, you can then have a signed contract and get to work with the client. Hope you find this video helpful, and if you have any questions, mention them down below in the comment section. Thank you.